There are some lines that the Dragon Ball community will not cross. Giving Piccolo a new transformation only to change the color of his skin by a slight degree, that passes the check. Having Goku give Moro a senzu bean, another check. Having Goku remember his parents, kinda going over that red line, but at the same time, the majority of the community seems to be on board with this story element. So check. Giving Bardock Super Saiyan before Goku?
No.
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 No. No. No.
This is something not even the most hardened and staunch Dragon Ball Super supporters would dare to support. So why is this such a big deal now? Because at the end of the last DBS manga chapter, we have a flashback to Bardock versus Gas, the finale. In this flashback, we are finally going to see exactly how Bardock defeats Gas, at the same time giving us some insight into how the present trio could also defeat Gas before he ultimately kills them all. And so I guess the only thing that the Dragon Ball community can think of is that Bardock will get a Super Saiyan transformation, and there's an actual good cause for this reaction, because if we really take a look at Dragon Ball minus the Bardock story, it is the canon version of the DBZ Bardock story that was not canon, but there is another Bardock story that isn't canon because it focuses on that non-canon DBZ Bardock. Whew, that was a mouthful. And that is when Bardock goes back in time and turns into a Super Saiyan against Chilled, who is one of Frieza's descendants. This is an entire movie where, honestly, it's one of my least favorite ones. One of my least favorite specials from Dragon Ball Z, mainly because it is just a ripoff of what happened with Goku versus Frieza, except told in a worse way, with a nonsensical time travel element with a species that I don't give a shit about. I actually care about Nameks. Nemeks?
Beware of the Nemeks.
Namekians. I don't give a shit about these people. So with them trying to remake everything Bardock, it would make sense that they would try to take an element from this story, aka Bardock going into Super Saiyan, transferring it into the Gas storyline, and show exactly how Bardock defeats Gas. Now there is one portion of crucial evidence that showcases that if they did do this, if they made Bardock a Super Saiyan, it would retcon something that just happened in the DBS Broly movie, where Bardock realizes what Frieza's doing, that he's looking for Super Saiyan, and he calls them a legend, allegedly not really seeming to know what a Super Saiyan is. But after rewatching that scene, I get a completely different taste of it.
スーパーサイヤ人について聞き回ってたな。スーパーサイヤ人？伝説のか？それだ。
I'm sorry, that was the only one that I could find online, so it's in French. Basically, Bardock is told they're looking for the Super Saiyan, and his facial reaction isn't confused. He says, Super Saiyan, the myth? Or Super Saiyan, the legend? Thinking about it, in a split second later, he realizes something. He realizes that Planet Vegeta is in danger, Gine and Goku are in danger, and he realizes this because they're connecting the dots between that and what happens in the DBS manga. My line to not cross is going to be that Bardock Super Saiyan line, because honestly, Goku being the first Super Saiyan in thousands of years is very, very special and dear to me, something that I grew up with. Giving it to his father, even though I do like Bardock and I like this iteration of Bardock, it feels cheap. It's a cheap way to make Bardock relevant. But there is something they could do to Bardock to get the same effect and have this be a way that he could actually defeat Gas. It's something that Gas tells Goku, and that is that he doesn't have the same determination, the same will as his father, the same killing intent as his father, and Goku says that's because it gets in the way of his technique. He believes that's the case. Whis just told Goku that he needs to find a version of Ultra Instinct that he can use coinciding with the way and who he is, a Saiyan. More than likely what Goku and Vegeta and Granola are going to hear along with Monaito in that flashback is Bardock going into probably a version of false Super Saiyan, something that he believes is a legend or only a legend can produce, or maybe something that surprises even him that he could have this much power and this much killing intent, similar to how the Super Saiyan transformations at first, if you delve really deep into them, they are animalistic in nature, they are vicious, and you become a lethal killer. That's exactly what's going to happen to Bardock, and that's why when you see him in DBS Broly where he's like talking about the myth, he realizes right away, oh shit, I actually kind of went into this transformation a little bit, or something along those lines. I got a huge power up, other people could have huge power ups. It's not just a myth. People are not blowing out of proportion because it isn't a myth. It is something real, and Frieza's gonna kill us all. That's basically a trigger that Bardock had because he had already gone into something similar. And so Goku, seeing that Bardock overwhelms Gas with a false Super Saiyan of some kind, Goku's gonna realize that he needs to become vicious and actually go into his killing intent, his Saiyan nature, to defeat Gas. But combine that with Ultra Instinct, leading to a Super Saiyan version of Ultra Instinct, similar to the animation I reviewed a day ago.
Subscribe for more content. Or perish.